Good morning, GSMST. This is GSMST Gist. We are your hosts. I'm David Lay. I'm a senior.
I'm Diane. I'm a junior.
I'm Longwin. I'm a senior.
And I'm Brandon Park. I'm a senior.
And today's the first episode of the 2024-2025 school year.
Wow!
And we will begin by talking about what makes GSMST so special to us. So I guess we can start with why people decided to come to GSMST. Does anyone want to share first?
I'll go. GSMST is like #1 school in Georgia, right? Like, come on now. Best high school. Why wouldn't you want to go to the best high school, right? But obviously, like, some people, like, they tell all their friends, oh, GSMST is like really difficult, right? But I'm pretty sure, like, if you still choose to come here, that means like you don't really care about how difficult it is, right? You understand what you're trying to get into, right?
Yeah.
Right, and then like, you just want to get a good education. Like, that's why you come here.
How'd you find out about it then?
How did I find it?
Brother.
Wait. I'm trying to remember. Oh, my math teacher in 8th grade told me about GSMST.
Ew.
Or 7th grade. 7th grade. Yeah.
7th grade.
Because in 7th grade, my teacher, Mr. Kaninsky, came to my middle school, and he like watched my teacher teach. And then we took a field trip to GSMST.
Wait, Kandinsky?
Yeah, Kaninsky.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wait,
Right?
that's
And then like Kaninsky liked like our bio class. So he invited us all to GSMST and we did like a dissection.
What? Wait, where did you go? Middle school?
Sweetwater.
Where's
Where?
that?
It's a Berkmar cluster.
It's like
Oh.
down the Kroger.
Yeah, it's like straight down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. What the
I have
heck?
a similar story. We're like in 8th grade. It was pandemic, right? So teachers really didn't have a good idea of who we were. But my social studies teacher was like, "Oh, you guys should try to go to the GSMST," or he was like, he was willing to tell people if they should go to GSMST or not, and he'll give his honest opinion. Obviously, you DM him. No one really unmuted, but he just told us about it. And then I remember in 5th grade, I had a tutor, and that tutor was talking about some science math school, but I didn't know what she was talking. I was in 5th grade, right? I wasn't
Yeah.
thinking of high school. I was just scared of being bullied in middle school. But I wasn't.
Why?
But yeah, so like Long said, if you come to GSMST, like, you're fine with the challenge, but everyone has their limits. I think. Actually, I'll talk about that later. Anyone else want to go?
Bro, low-key, I didn't even come here because, like, I wanted to. Well, no, I guess I wanted to, but, like, everyone is like, oh, I know some people who are like, oh, my parents forced me, or it's like, I just wanted, like, good education. I literally just came here because my cousin was here.
Wait,
And-
what year?
Cousin was here?
What year was your cousin?
It was our freshman year, so 2021. So that was when you were in 8th grade, and that was his graduating year. And
So,
Yeah, no,
he was
so-
class of 2021.
yeah,
Oh,
so then I
dang.
just came here and I was like, I'm just here, it's whatever.
Diane.
I found out through like my family friend, like close family friends, stuff like that. Like Vicky, you guys know Vicky Chung and Allison Chung?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been friends with them since like birth. So like they went here and then I went here because I was like, oh my god, I want to be just like Vicky when I grow up. So I just like subjugated myself to this place. But like no regrets, trust.
Talking about regrets, that's a good segue. Do we have any regrets about actually, can we even talk about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Regrets.
might as well.
Yeah, okay.
David, you start.
Okay, so in terms of regrets, like I don't have any regrets about coming to this school, but there's definitely things that I wish I had done while in this school. I definitely should have had a better understanding of like where I wanted to go in the future. I know for college it's kind of screwed me over because right now, or like if you look at all my classes, like all my extracurriculars, I'm set up to be like an engineer student, but like July, August, I was like, I think I want to do med instead. But now like my brand, like when colleges look at you, it's kind of like a brand, right? Oh, this kid, like he would work better here.
Yeah, they look at how you've prepped.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I did not. That's the problem, right? So I definitely would have taken more, I guess, med-oriented class, like AP Chem instead of AP Physics.
Wait, did you want to do engineering like all through like until senior year though, or like?
Yeah, like I always thought like, it's gonna be engineering or CS. Even like since I was in middle school, like robotics, I was like, I think I would just want to do CS or engineering, because engineering is like, it just felt so fun. With the
Because you make stuff.
Yeah, you make stuff. and computer science, it just made a lot of sense to me in middle school. But then I think when I realized like, oh, I want to be a doctor, that I felt a lot more sure about that in my head. Cause when I was an engineer, I was like, oh, like what job would I get? Like where would I go? But when it comes to being a doctor, I just feel a lot more secure with it. Maybe because of the job's prospect, but
Yeah, yeah.
but
I have
yeah.
like a very similar story because when I came to GSMST, I wanted to be I wanted to be a car engineer, right? And then that
So random.
that
Car,
No.
like a mechanic.
yeah, like
Oh, okay.
legit, like what is it? I made an agreement with my like middle school teacher, and I was like, I'll build you a car. But this was like when I was like 6th grade, so that was like a broken promise. I don't want to go anywhere. type
yeah,
of
okay.
Oh,
campus.
nah.
Yeah, no, but then after that, like a month passed, and I wanted to go into CS, and then I hated CS. So then I wanted to become like med, but I don't like med.
Sorry.
And then
Oopsies.
I was like, oh, why not? And then I took psych, and I was like, wait, I really like psych. And then now I want to become special education major,
Mm.
and I'm like, I wish I like actually had like a set like path I wanted to go, because looking back at it, all my extracurriculars lead me to special education major, but everything that I did in high school, like the classes I took, is like nothing related to that. So I wish I took better classes.
Yeah.
Look, I want to do psychology too. That's like my thing. But like, bro, I didn't get into psych class my junior year. It's like I
Ow.
have to take it next year. But it's just like I had to take AP Human instead of psych, and like that's like such a bad rep, you know, going from like human to psych, and because human is just like such an easy class, so there's like low key no point in taking it. But I got booted.
I mean, like psych's super competitive. Like a bunch of the rising juniors apply to psych every single year.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I feel like last year though, a bunch of juniors got in.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think because
Maybe
Mr.
the se-
Johnson said last year they increased the number of psych classes.
Oh yeah, they did.
Mhm.
He had like a.
He had like 4 periods of psych.
Really?
It
Yeah.
used to be like 2.
Wait, what is it this year?
I don't no clue.
I have no idea.
I think it's like 3. or
Brendan, you have
2.
Mr. Johnson, right?
Oh, for AP Lit, yes I do.
Yeah, on the sign it says how many periods.
Yeah, well, I don't look at
I was not observant
No,
at
like
all.
well, I know what period I am. Like I don't need to look at it. Alright. Oh, do you want to go next about what you wish you did? I knew you're a junior
Oh, my
right now,
regrets?
but
Oh, bro, sophomore year was my regret. Like the entire year, I regret. Like, I think every single moment that I was like in sophomore year, there's like something that I have to regret. Especially like bio. Like if there's like underclassmen listening to this, if you do not lock in for bio, you're not locked in for anything else in the world. Like for me, like it was like hard for me. Cause like it was just like pretty conceptual, I guess, in a way. But you still have to apply it. So it was like a mixture of like math and bio, and those two things like I hate the most in the world.
Math?
So, I
Math
don't
and
know,
bio.
It
cause
wasn't
like
that
it
much
was like
math.
the same like mental process as math for me.
Oh, like statistics.
I mean,
Like
the
chi
most
square.
math, the most math is like chi-square.
I don't know. It was just like the way that it made sense. It was the same way that math was supposed to make sense, but it wasn't. So I didn't lock in for either one of those classes.
That's crazy.
I think for AP Bio, it's definitely like you think about. I don't know. I really liked AP Bio.
Yeah, I
'cause
also liked
I think,
really-
but like you said, it's kind of like the way. Okay, excuse me. But it's kind of like the way you think of. I guess it caters towards how you think about things. I know like the way I think about things, like it definitely worked out. Like the process, the names of all of those processes, and AP Bio, like it's just one of those courses, right? In high school, is mostly memorization, I would say, right?
Yep.
Like if you
Yeah,
get
yeah.
if you get a good understanding of how the process works, and just start assigning names to each of those processes, it's pretty good. But it's easier to let the jargon get overwhelming. But like if it's, I mean, based on how your teacher teaches, I know how my teacher taught. It really worked out because she would teach it like process by process, or that's what I thought at least.
Who did you have?
I had Barry.
Oh yeah, same class, same class. I regret not taking the AP exam.
You
Pro tip,
didn't?
take the AP exam.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's because like you said, like you did bad on like one test or quiz.
Yeah, no, I made a deal. I was
Oh, yeah.
iffy. I was iffy with my grade, so I was like, if I fail this next test, I'm not gonna take the AP exam. I failed the next test, and I was like, I'm not taking the AP exam. I can't do this anymore.
Oh yeah, that's also to underclassmen or people who want to come to GSMST or just any high school student. Just take the AP exam unless you're absolutely sure about what college you're going to go into and what credits they accept, like you might as well take it. I think
I feel like from 9th grade to 11th grade, you should really take all your AP classes or AP exams. And then your senior year, you should like have a good understanding of what major you want and what like credits are usually accepted for that major.
Yeah.
So senior
Yeah.
year, you have a lot more choice.
yeah, perfect. That's perfect.
It's also like if you do like terrible on an AP exam, like you can always cancel it because there is a cancellation period.
Does it
Yeah.
matter?
Huh?
No, you can
matter.
always cancel it.
You can always cancel
But
it
like, why would you do that?
If it's, like, you
like
got, like, a
really
1.
bad.
Yeah, really.
because when you send AP scores to colleges,
everything?
it
It
sends
sends
everything.
Oh, I see
So
now.
if you have like a 1 or a 2, or like even a 3 that you don't like, you might as well just cancel it early, and then so you don't have to send it to colleges.
Oh yeah, shoot. Yeah, I literally like sent my colleges my AP scores.
No,
Okay,
like
that makes
you
sense.
don't have to send it in until after you get accepted though.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
can
it's just to
wait.
see what credits you have. It's not like
Like before you get in, all you have to do is self-report, and when you get accepted, then you submit the actual like thing.
I see.
Yeah, because your AP scores don't really matter until.
I guess
like-
you get into college.
yeah,
because
depending
that's
on
just
what
credits at that
classes.
point.
So like when you're
Yeah.
applying, does it like not matter what you got on the tests?
I
or like
mean,
the
If you got a 2 in like AP like AB Calc and you want to be a mathematician, then probably.
You should probably not tell them that.
You
Yeah.
should probably not send your scores until after you get accepted.
I mean, if it works in your benefit, go ahead. It'll show off your scores, show off your stats. Don't want to go next long.
Oh, the regrets?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my God, not
Like what you
trying.
wish you knew.
Oh, not trying your freshman year. Oh my God.
Freshman year.
Yes, bro. Like coming into GSMST, I was like, I was fresh out of the pandemic. I was like, all my grades are 97 and above. Like this is gonna be so easy. Like and then the summer STEM.
Oh my
It wasn't that
gosh.
bad, but I was like, it's just 1 week. Like how back in high school with you, right? It was pretty bad.
Summer STEM. I remember that first night was so terrible.
I think I ended
was-
one of my classes with a 55.
You guys had grades in your summer STEM classes?
Yeah, we
Did
had,
it?
we had
There was,
grades.
Bro, I low-key don't remember if I did, but
Oh.
I'm pretty sure I did
It
it.
was like they wanted us to make a design for phys eng.
They did?
The catapult.
Oh, the catapult.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why, but it took everyone a long time. I forgot what made it take so long, but everyone I knew took like 2-3
It's because
hours on
we
it.
had to write out the entire procedure.
No,
And-
I
Oh
finished
yeah,
in
yeah,
like
we did have to do that.
Some people wrote like 27 steps.
Oh.
My group. Bad, bro. We wrote every step individually, and then we never got to the catapult until like after.
Oh.
Actually terrible.
It's okay.
I remember like the target practice for the catapult. I was 1 centimeter off. Oh my God. I was 1 centimeter off, and then another group got half a centimeter off, and we lost.
That's
We didn't get
crazy
the award for
work.
most accurate.
Oh,
Oh
no.
my.
It's okay. But I
Good.
think
No, go.
no, I was gonna segue into something else, but do you have something to say?
I was just gonna say good memories.
Oh yeah. I guess that also segues. Speaking of summer STEM, and what makes GSMC unique, what do you guys see like? What's made this school worth it to you? What's so special?
People.
People.
That's like the
Yeah.
only thing low-key.
Connections.
Yeah. Like apart from like internships and stuff, which is like a really good thing. Yeah, that's like low-key like just a really good thing overall. Because no other high school like forces you to have internships except this school, I think. But like other than that, it's really just the people. Because there's like so little students that go here, so you just like connect with everybody. And after a while, you're just like you really can't leave.
Everyone's really nice as well. Like
Mm-hmm.
they'll literally, you drop something, they'll help you pick it up. Like
That's basic manners.
no, but I feel like I go to other schools sometimes. Like some people drop something, they'll just walk by.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Basic courtesy.
students definitely have a different attitude here. Everyone, like Diane said, it's a lot tighter community here. Like by your senior year, you basically know your entire class. You can at least recognize their face.
Yeah.
And everyone's here like kind of for the same goal. Like everyone here wants to succeed. No one's really like. No one comes to the school and like doesn't care about school.
Yep.
For the most part, and then, you always find exceptions, but I'm not talking about anyone in particular. By the
Oh, why are
way,
you
I'm just
looking
saying.
at me?
I know. I literally. But like everyone's here. You are who you surround yourself with, and when you surround yourself with people who really want to succeed, like it's really, or to me at least, it's really inspiring to be around people who like have like a good idea what they want to do in the future. They have like a whole plan laid out, and it's like, oh shoot, I gotta get my stuff together as well. Like you don't want to fall behind in the school just because it's competition, but it's not toxic competition. It's just like you want to push yourself because you see other people pushing themselves to be better. I think that's really special to me.
Yeah.
GSMST offers like some classes other high schools don't.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you
I'm
go.
so sorry. No, you keep going. I don't.
I mean, like obviously other schools probably offer more classes. They have like more like a larger population, so they probably offer much more classes. But I know like GSMST offers like higher level math classes, like multi and diffie-Q that other schools don't.
Yeah, and I was talking to my friend from Meadow Creek about that. How she's taking physics too, like as well. But I was talking, oh, are you doing E&M or M? And I don't think they even offer E&M at Meadow Creek. And I was like, oh, that's really interesting. And I really like how classes are organized in this school. Like APUSH and AP Gov being combined is really smart. Like having like the opportunity to take E&M and M in the same year, even though it's a little hard. Like
Just a little.
just a little hard. It's okay.
Or like the transition from like world history to APUSH, like it just like sets you up in a really nice way.
Yeah. Dude, I was so lost when like people from other schools, they're like, "Oh, what physics are you taking?" I'm like, "C," and they're like, "What's C?"
Oh, they take like
Yeah,
physics
they
1 or
take-
2,
yeah,
right?
one and
Physics
two.
one or
That's basically
two.
what we do on our freshman year. It's just not
Yeah.
an AP.
And then so they're like, "I'm taking AP Physics 2," and I'm like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "What's that?" They're like, "Oh, it's just physics." I'm like, "Oh yeah, me too."
Apparently, like other schools don't have number theory.
I mean, it's like a
That's like a college
it's like
level
a
class.
college
Yeah,
level class.
but like I was like on Instagram like scrolling. It's just like, bro, colleges are adding number theory now. And just like, oh, we had that. And I'm like, very interesting.
Oh yeah. Oh, because we have that rule that other schools don't. That we require a math class every year. Like it'd be
Yeah.
stat, it'd be calc.
AP Stat doesn't count as a math class.
It doesn't count.
Or
Mhm.
I thought it did. It does
That
count.
does.
It's
That
an
does.
elective, right?
no, it doesn't.
It does
counts
count
as a math.
No, like you're given the option, but like counselors will tell you like
Oh, yeah, they
not to
encourage
take
not
it.
to.
Okay, yeah. That's because like your class rigor or course
it's
rigor will
course rigor.
go down. But it's definitely like, I think, oh, another special thing about GSMST are the extra graduation requirements. Like
That's
Diane
a
was,
lot.
There's a lot.
there are quite a bit, but it's very manageable. I think it's very like, no one's, I think most people probably aren't panicked about graduating, and if they are, they've probably transferred by now. But that's okay. Oh, Mr. Johnson was giving this talk, and there's nothing wrong with. He said he doesn't like the term dropping out because
Oh,
it
I remember
entails.
that talk.
Yeah.
I really like that talk. It entails that they failed, but really like it's just not the opportunity for them, and they would be more successful in a different opportunity. I really, that hit home for me. I don't know. It just gave me more comfort. Like, oh, like
This is your place.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or if you don't get an opportunity, no matter how hard you tried, then it just wasn't meant to be. Like, I remember for GSLT, I tried so hard for GSLT and I didn't get it. And like it kind of weighed on me a little. I was like, oh, like shoot, what I do wrong? But then like that talk was like, oh, I mean, I did the best I could. Like, at least I don't have to wonder about what I could have done if I didn't try. But now that I tried, I know that, oh, it wasn't for me. Or more people would have been successful in that place instead of me.
I feel like a lot of people stay here just because like they don't want that specific term, like, oh, I dropped out of GSMST.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a pride, like an
Yeah, it's
ego.
like a pride
hit.
thing.
It's
But,
an ego.
but it's definitely like, it's obviously self-imposed. Like, even if other people didn't call it dropout, people would probably be like self-conscious about leaving. But it's best to understand what works for you. And if the school doesn't work for you, that's fine. It hasn't worked for many others as well. Just go back to your home high school. And it's not like, GSMC is a make or break. Like, obviously, there's benefits to going to this school. But if it doesn't work, then why waste your time?
Like if you know, like if in 8th grade you're like, oh yeah, my work ethic is trash, like I don't study for any of my classes right now, then like there's really no point in joining GSMST. If you know you're not going to study, or if you really don't want to try, then like it's not going to work out.
I think one thing I'll say about that, I definitely did not come into GSMST with a healthy work ethic.
Yeah, I definitely
I didn't
didn't.
either.
But I think that's what I like about GSMST. That's one of the things they really propose, is that even if your grades are worse than they would have been at your home high school, it definitely sets you up to handle yourself, to manage your own workload, to set your time. Because if you're not able to do those things, it's not fun. I know this year I'm definitely like, I'm more on top of things than I was like, let's say freshman
Go
year.
to a cafe every day.
I leave school, go to a cafe every day, leave at 9,
Dang.
go home, eat, and maybe I'll do more homework.
Oh my.
Girl, where do you go?
It was a white windmill.
White windmill.
Oh.
He's literally there for hours just locking in.
Literally. Just-
Dang.
But see, like those kind of habits, it's good to get those kind of habits or realize the way you learn a lot better. Or it's better to learn that a lot earlier, because I realized for me, a separation in environments really useful for me. Like, I want a workspace and like a relaxed space. So home is my relaxed space. Any cafe is my workspace. And that separations, I definitely would have found that out way too late in college if I didn't have like such a hard course or like such a hard workload to deal with.
Bro, in 10th grade, though, I actually thought of like dropping out, right? And honestly, like looking back at it, it wasn't even the fact that the classes were hard, it's just that I wasn't studying. But it's like I feel like
That's real.
no, I don't think I opened a single notebook in 10th grade.
That's insane.
I mean, I did well, but
Wow, so smart.
oh,
You
that's
didn't
crazy.
open a
I
single
did,
notebook.
I didn't mean it like that. I'm not that smart. Anyways, yeah, no. So like looking back at it and like looking at me now, I think like GSMST honestly like accustoms you to like all the things that you have to do. It's like, oh, deadlines, like sure they're strict, but it's also like your teachers do give you leeway. But the reason that we have so like all of these deadlines and all these things you have to do is because it's like kind of like preparation for like real life. That's it. That's what I like about GSME most. It's like it prepares you for real life, and not just like, oh, you're a bookworm, or like a nerd as every school calls us.
That's why all the alumni are like, college is so much easier. Like GSMC prepares you so well for college.
No
Yeah.
matter what college they end up, it's like obviously there's no structure in college for the most part, so it's a little harder. But in terms of workload, I don't think I've heard any complaints about workload from any of my alumni friends.
Yeah, I was talking to like a GSU college person, no, a GSU alumni, like from GSMST, going to GSU right now. And he was just like, bro, like the required like language, like the required like ELA classes, they're like genuinely like 9th grade level, like reading passage, answer question. And I'm just like, bro, like genuinely what kind of like what is our standard now? Like for GSMC, like how hard is it? And it's just like it's curiosity now at this point, just to like maybe like just drop out for one day and then go to your high school
Drop out for one day.
and then
That's
just be like
crazy.
become like valedictorian in one day. Like that's just like is GSMT that hard compared to other schools, or are we just like exaggerating it? You know?
There's probably some people that can do that.
Yeah. There's people who are val in this school and they're like thinking about their stats in their like their home high school. But I think being in GSMST doesn't make you superior to other students from other schools. Like
Oh yeah.
I think I know some people, actually, I don't know any people, but I've heard there are some people who like, they let it get to their head. And that's probably why other schools have like kind of an opinion of us, like, oh, like they think they're better. We are, but
Bro.
no, but literally like, I know people who are in other schools, they're succeeding so well. Like that Meadow Creek friend I was talking about. There's still opportunities in other schools that they're picked up that I wasn't able to pick up in this school. They're in JSLT, they're in Stuco, they're in like clubs that this school doesn't have, and like it's definitely, while GSMST will set you up for success, it's ultimately up to you to be who's willing to change yourself to accommodate what GSMC has to offer.
Yeah.
Okay, so that concludes today's podcast. Thank you guys for listening, and remember, we are GSMST.
Yay!
Yay!